Is it on? Hi! Uh, 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 uh. That's the sound of happy claps. That's a happy clap rhythm. That is rhythmically the happiest rhythm that there ever was. The one that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, uh, uh, 2, 3, 4, It's the happiest. Don't you know? Anytime you hear that, if you don't get up on your goddamn feet or whatever, you don't have to get up on your feet. If it doesn't make you bop a little bit, maybe not physically, but perhaps if it doesn't make you bop a little bit in your soul or in your mind, whatever nook or cranny, if it doesn't make you bop in your cranny hole, then you don't have a soul. If this doesn't make you bop in your little cranny piece, then you are sans soul. You are without a soul, and you need to get that checked. You need to get that looked at. Or you have no rhythm, and you are an uncultured swine. And listen, guys, check this out, huh? You notice anything? I'm gonna fucking pull a real. This is real girlfriend shit. So for all you people out there who are enjoying a parasocial relationship, this one's for you. This is me, parasocial girlfriend Alval. Hey, do you notice anything different about me today? Do you notice anything different? Yeah, I got the extensies. God, they're so fun. God, they're so much fun. I love them. They just fill me with so much glee. And it's all it's all physical, tangible. It's just stuff. It's just stuff. It is not the essence that makes a life. Of course I know this. It's not the essence that makes a life worth living. But I'll tell you this much. It makes me feel quite good. It makes me feel nice, and the way it drapes, it gives my face length. Whereas my biggest concern has always been width. I can barely fit this thing through a door. No, that's not true. But, if I keep looking this gorge with this hair, my head may never fit through a door ever again for different reasons. But I'm bopping in my chair. I'm enjoying my locks. And this was recorded long before the day that it will come out, long before the day you will see it. I'll be honest. I'll be forthright. I'll pronounce the H in that too. I'll be honest. I'll be right, rigut. Oh, that's silly. That's stupid. I'm recording this Friday night. I didn't have a gig booked tonight of all nights, It's so nice every once in a while having a Friday. I'm so used to always working on weekends that having a Friday off, that's kind of fun. And I stay in and I choose to stay in. Fuck that. I'm not going out. Stand up has kind of ruined my social life. It's true. Actually, it's so true. It's abundantly true. And then every time I say it's true, it occurs to me how much truer it is than I'm making it out to be. It is so true that that there are not enough it's trues to to accurately describe how stand up has ruined my social life for a number of reasons. Number one, I work on weekends. I'm always working. Sometimes I'm working pretty consistently, like Wednesday through Sunday, doing gigs. And then, Monday and Tuesday, rarely do I perform. But, sometimes I do a little micing, just to keep the tools sharp, just to go into the garage and check under the hood, maybe tweak a few nuts and bolts, maybe to tweak my nuts a little bit. Just tweak my nuts all over the bolts. And so like my friends always get together on weekends because they're regular normal people. They're normies. And then me, I'm always like, if I get the chance to hang out with them, especially my boys who have been my boys from the very start of university. My closest friends, who have always stuck around and who I adore so much. They're getting together tomorrow and I have a gig and I won't be able to hang out with them. But sometimes I can catch a little bit of hang and then I gotta go. And it's always a bit of a bummer, but I understand my lot in life. And you know what? It's true. It makes me cherish the moments that we spend together regardless. You know what I mean? And that's worth something. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, that's worth something. Uh Can you guys tell how hard I'm trying right now? I hope you can't, and I hope I didn't blow that up. But anyways, also, this is another thing that stand-up ruined about my social life is, and I've probably mentioned this before, but I hang out with like the wittiest people. I hang out with people who are always down to clown. And so it'll really kind of warp when you're always hanging out with comedians, it'll warp your attention span with normies, with you regular boring folk, because it's like the conversation is always going like this and it's always engaging and silly and funny and there's always something going on. And so, you know, when you hang out with a normie that aren't my friends are super witty and fun. I don't know. There are plenty of witty people out there, but it's just they're not all there. They're not all wit. And so I sometimes hang out with the Hubles of the world. Huble Cremshaw is a guy that I just made up, but you know what? I'm sticking to it. Huble Cremshaw is but a simple man, not to a fault. That's just the way Huble is. Huble is as Huble does, and Huble is a fishmonger down at the local market. And good for him, Huble. Huble Cremshaw has made a beautiful living. But if Huble Cremshaw corners me at a party and I'm carrying the entire conversation and and he's getting like kind of a free show because he's never met anybody as interesting as me. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that the market is a boring place full of Huble Cremshaws like Huble himself. And you've got the bunsman who's over there making buns. And his entire life is confined in this little doughy, crusty sphere that's how big his world is, you know? And so Huble Cremshaw goes over to Herman Gorbachev. God damn it. I could have thought of something funnier than that. That's so Russian. Yeah, it's former Russian Prime Minister President, whichever one they have. What is the difference? Is it because Prime Minister there's a Congress? No, a parliament. Is a Prime Minister parliament? Yep. That's what I just decided. Okay, this is, you know what though? I'll tell you this. Stand-up comedians don't know shit. And so this is exactly where somebody like Huble Cremshaw would totally come in handy, where I would be like, what's the difference between a president and a prime minister? And he would know, because Huble is a man of the land. President and prime minister difference. The term president usually refers to the head of state of a country that is a republic. A prime minister is the leader of the government of a country with parliamentary system of government that is either a constitutional monarchy, i.e. Australia, or a republic, i.e., India and Taiwan. I was right about Parliament. I'm more than just I'm good at speculating. I'm good at logically deducing. And that was some good old Avagus Holmes deduction. Give me a magnifying glass and one of those hats that's the same. It has a cap on the forward and the backward, like Sherlock Holmes wore. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah, stand up has ruined my ability to socialize. That's what I was saying. So all the Huble Cremshaws in the world, if you have, look, this is, and it breaks my heart. It does, because I try. And the Huble Cremshaws of the world who reach out and are hubling around, there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. Because all I know is a life of banter. And so it's not normal. What I know and am used to is not normal, and I need to be grounded a little bit. So what I'm saying is, fuck it. If your name is Huble Cremshaw, or if you even resemble the Huble Cremshaw that I have previously described, I'm gonna open the floor to you. I encourage you to send me a personal invite to attend a party. The guest list has to be assembled with the market in mind. If you could recreate a market of Huble Cremshaw types and send me a handwritten invitation in cursive, I'm starting to make demands because I can hear the gears turning on the other side of this fucking camera. If you can submit a handwritten, I guess you would need my address for that. If you send a screenshot of a handwritten invitation to me, Alval or Ava Val. You can address it to me by my legal name. Except that's not my last name, but that still counts. Whatever. And if you can arrange for a party of at least 6 people other than myself, you can include yourself. So 5 others other than you and I. They're not allowed to bring their families. No like spouse talk. We need to gather, and you need to talk about your jobs, and you need to prevent me from bantering. And we'll see how well I do. Conversing like a regular human being. You can't do no jokes in a conversation, because even normies do jokes. Okay. You, cap me at, 3 jokes. Oh, not even per 10 minutes. A joke every 10 minutes is allowed. No riffing. It has to be one of those like social gathering laughs where like somebody goes, where somebody's like, we had vacation in Bermuda. And then I would say something like, I bet you hated it. And everyone goes, ah, ha, ha, ha. And then the conversation continues. So I'm allowed one joke like that every 10 minutes. Not like a gut-busting joke, but the kind of joke that reminds everyone, hey, this is a light conversation. Hey, are we having a good time? Good. It's like jokes like those are like when you're having a sleepover with your friends and the mom comes down and she pokes her head down into the basement or whatever. And she goes, everybody doing okay for drinks? You guys got pop and chips? And everyone goes, yeah, thanks, Mrs. Cremshaw. And then she goes back up to cut the head off another fish. So that's the equivalent when somebody says, Oh, yeah, we went to Disneyland. Oh, you must have hated that. You know? Or like at a restaurant, the classic where, your plate is empty and the waiter and the server comes up by and they're like, "It looks like you really didn't enjoy that." And everyone goes, "Ah." Or the server takes a plate and they go, "Did you like it?" And you're like, "No, I hated it." Jokes like those, non-jokes that are jokes sort of by definition, but they're just a reminder, "Hey everyone, this is light. We're having a light time. Let's keep it light around here, please." You know? So keep me to one of those every 10 minutes. And every time I start riffing, you have to go, ah, dot, 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 dot. Or, oh, I just thought, I mean, you could put a pot on my head, and every time I start riffing, you can go clang, and you get to hit it really hard. But then I'm wearing a pot on my head at a party, and my goal is to assimilate as a normie and not be humorous. So you can clearly see the conundrum there. So I can't wear a pot on my head. Oh man, maybe okay, you're allowed to Charlie horse me. You're allowed to take your middle finger and your thumb and go on my thigh just above my knee and and give me like a vicious claw. You're allowed to give me a vicious Charlie horse claw. Oh, my brother used to do that to me all the time, which is why I'm recommending it to you because I know it'll work. Or jab me. Oh, I just did it to myself, and it brought back that feeling, like a hard finger jab right in the waist, right in the waist. You know, at that pressure point. Ha! So, anytime I get out of hand, this is to you, Huble Cremshaw, who has invited me to a uh, a dinner party. It'll be a dinner party. Bring your fish from the market. Of course, since it's a gathering of the people from the market, we'll have a delightful meal. The bunsman, um, Herman Gorbachev, will bring his bun. And then you, Huble Cremshaw, you can bake a fish or whatever. You can skewer a halibut. And we're going to have a delicious dinner meal. And I will sit beside you, Huble. And anytime I try and put in a quip that isn't like a dinner delight, then you're allowed to jab me in the side or give me a Charlie horse claw on my thigh. Ugh! And then I'll stop because that is not pleasant and it's not funny. Not to me, at least. My brother used to do that shit to me all the time. Did I tell you guys that he used to? Oh, this is incriminating. But he used to take his thumb and jam it into my butt crack and go, "It's the master," and it would it would make me jump. Not like sexual assault, like, I would have my jeans on, you pervs, obviously, but he would still and he would go, "It's the master!" And he would yell, "It's the master!" and shove his thumb into my jeans asshole, into my denim crack. We have fun around here, don't we? And don't go on fucking Twitter and clip that and be like, Alval admits to being molested by her brother. No. All right? That's just horsing around. There was no sexual stupid shit. It feels like I can't even talk about it. It's fine. My brother and I have a great relationship. And we don't jab each other in our cracks anymore. So it's fine. Don't you fucking dare. Okay? This is just siblings having an obnoxious time with each other, okay? How did I get here? Anyways, oh yeah, stand up. It ruined. So that's my challenge to you. Huble Cremshaw, a cordial invitation from Huble Cremshaw, a screenshot of a handwritten letter, and I need your confident assurance that you can collect 5 people who don't specifically, you don't have to take the market thing seriously, although like it'll help. I mean, it's if you're competing against another Huble, you'll have the better shot if you have the market friends. So I'm just saying, the closer you can get to my description, the more eager I will be. But I'll take you up. If your name is Huble Cremshaw and you can prove that legally, you automatically win, and I'll go to whatever fucking party you throw. You can have whatever. It'll be fine. Mm, and you can jam your thumb in my denim butt crack and go, "It's the master." Now, why did my brother say it's the master? Well, I think that line came from Mary Poppins. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's a song where they yell, "It's the master." It's the master. It's the master. It's the master. It's the master. It's the master step in time. It's the master step in time. It's the song called Step in Time. It's all. It's step in time. 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 Step in. Oh, what a fun. Kick your knees up. Oh, so he would do instructions. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, what are the comments? There's a bunch of just chimney sweeps dancing on a roof. And the first comment is like, "I feel bad for whoever lives there." Yeah, good point. Okay, so I guess they yell, "It's the master." Because I started typing "It's the master" step, and then it knew. Yeah. Oh, the lyrics. Okay, we'll find out. Kick your knees up, round the... Okay, so it's like... Kick your knees up, step in time. Round the chimney, step in time. Flap like a birdie, step in time. Up on the railing, step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Link your elbows, step in time. Where's the "It's the master" part? It doesn't say. What? Where's the "It's the master" part? Did my brother just make that up? There's no way my brother just made that up. Yelling, "It's the master." Poke this thumb in my ass. But like I'm making that association. If "It's the master" doesn't show up at all in this song, then where did I come up with that? Like, why did I associate that with Step in Time? I don't know. Does the song end and then yelling, "It's the master," and then like scattering? Go. Where? No. I want to find it. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Oh my god. There's a live performance of it. That's cool. Now I just lost the... Fuck this. Now I just lost the video. Anyways, if anybody... I can't look this stuff up while I'm talking. This is where a producer would come in handy. Do you guys remember Musa? We all wish him well. We do. Hey, look, my guitar's back there. Oh, that's a smooth transition. Anyways, that point is done. Stand-up basically ruined my ability to socialize. I don't know if you noticed. But also it didn't. I swim like a fish. Huble Cremshaw, and I heard the Hubles perk up and they said fish. Did she say fish? But being in stand-up as long as I have has really sharpened my ability to banter with all types. And I'll tell you, what was I even gonna tell you? If only my memory and attention span could keep up, then I would be unstoppable. I mean, it's a wonder that I'm able to do this all by myself. Are you kidding? Anyways, what the fuck was I literally just about Oh, okay, fuck it. That point is done. I have been obsessed today I went on Twitter and I saw a post that shared a clip from that movie, That Thing You Do. And, oh, oh, ah, the song, the hit song. Somebody posted, if you know what I'm talking about, then hell yeah. But if you don't, look up That Thing You Do. Just type in those words. I'm sure it'll be the first thing that comes up. And listen to the song. Pause this right now. Get the song in your ear holes because I'm about to talk about how much I love it. Do you guys remember over a year ago now, I found the song Might Be Right by White Reaper, and I was so obsessed with it. And for like 5 or 6 straight episodes, I like introduced every show by like humming or singing the song, and I would tell you how obsessed I was with it. Well, guess what, baby? I still love that song dearly, but we found a new obsession, and uh, it's That Thing You Do. Ah, it took me. Okay, look, this is the most basic makeup look I have ever done in my entire life. Just super simple. I just put a little bit of foundation on here. I did a bit of eyeliner, a little boodly doot on the corner there, a little scrimity ding on the inside there. And that's it. A little bit of mascara. That's all. Nothing on the lips. These are au naturels, baby. Paper thins. A little bit of balm on there. That's all I did just now. A little bit of balm. There's a balm on this plane. Um, get the balm off this plane and on my lips. Oh, but it took me half an hour because I kept playing That Thing You Do on repeat and dancing. It makes me dance, just like um, uh, j- just like Might Be Right made me dance because I found that song when I moved here back into my place after it got renovated. So it was like barren. Every room was empty. The walls were empty, and there was just like boxes kind of strewn about. And I was unpacking, and I was alone. My roommate hadn't moved back yet, and I just blasted that song, and I danced around the kitchen, and I felt so good, and I danced the night away as I was unpacking stuff, just listening to that on repeat and feeling so good with my extensies too. I had the extensies, and just a combination of a good bop with a clap that goes, uh, 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 and which might be right. Does it? It kind of does. I mean, that's not the way the percussions go, but one could argue that that type of percussion could actually fit that song. So that's why I love it so much. We just found out if any song has this sort of rhythm to it, or could like you could apply that rhythm, then it's an Alval classic. You heard it here first. If you wanna charm me, if you wanna win me over, all the musicians out there, all the Huble Cremshaws who can play a lute while you're out on your little shanty boat scooping up fish from the brine. Um, just know that you could do any tune with that rhythm and it'll charm the pants off your girl. So I was dancing, and I'm so self-conscious about dancing, but I'll tell you this. When when I have my extensies and when I hear such a cute song that fills me with joy and I feel gender euphoric, it's just I'm a dancing fiend. I'm a dancing fool. Stop me if you can. Whoop. Too bad. You can't. And now you've fallen behind, and now I'm dancing on your grave. Ha 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 ha. Mmm. That got a little violent. You doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces. And there's harmonies. There's rich harmonies with two other guys that go, ah. So cute. What a cute song. I never do karaoke. because I don't know what song I would pick. And my voice starts straining. I try too hard. It's just hard. I'm not a singer, I'm a yeller. So, I could sing like fucking It's Raining Blood or whatever by Slayer. I don't even know that song except from Guitar Hero. Because you'd have to go on the thing. You had to keep sliding. I don't know what other song is yelling. Just name it, fucking whatever. Lamb of God, any song by Lamb of God. I'm just picking Guitar Hero songs. But that song made me dance, and I couldn't stop dancing. Then finally, I was like, "Avagus, control yourself. Let's finish the job, and let's sit down and let's do this already." And lo and behold, and here I am, like actually sincerely kind of wistfully missing listening to that song. Cause it hurts me so just to see you go around with someone new. And if I know you, you're doing that thing you do. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Um, fucking what else? So that's my new obsession, and we'll see. Oh, I hope it lasts. But I might sing it at the next one. Oh, I'm actually between you and I'm gonna start banking some episodes. I might record another one this week and bank it because, and it's good that I remembered this just now because I gotta announce it to you guys for all the listeners out there. I'm going on tour. April 3rd to 16th. I'm going to be on the road. I'm touring Western Canada from the 3rd to the 16th. It's a week and it's almost 2 weeks, but we're only doing 4 shows. I'm going to try and squeeze some others in between. That would be cool. But I also want to honor this tour and make sure that if you do want to see me while I'm on the road, then you come and see me on like tour nights. So, yeah, I'm doing, if you look up, oh geez, stop it. if you look up Gay AF, I'm going on the Gay AF comedy tour. We're going to Victoria, Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary, and Toronto and Montreal. Those dates, the Toronto, Montreal, are after I get back. I think they're the 18th, and the Toronto is 18th. Montreal is the 21st. I'll list them off. But go to Gay AF, look up Gay AF comedy tour, Alval. If you type in those keywords, track it down. Otherwise, follow me on social media. If you're not following me on social media, follow me on social media. And if you want to, if all else fails, just message me directly. I will be able to help you out with tickets. I'm not saying I'm getting you in for free. I'm saying I'll point you to where you can purchase them. Because listen, girls gotta make money. Touring does not make you a whole lot of money unless you're famous. But when you live in Canada and you are at my level, it makes you a little bit of money, but not a lot. Because trust me, traveling across Canada costs a fuck ton of money. Costs alone, traveling, it's a killer in Canada. It's a huge reason why being a Canadian comedian is tough. Because you do a weekend in, let's say, Victoria, then you sit around and you wait until the next weekend to do a show in Vancouver because nobody's gonna do anything on fucking Monday or Tuesday, of course. And then and then you got to wait a few more days and then do a weekend in Calgary and Edmonton. It's not like you can bounce from city to city. You know what I mean? You can, but it's going to cost you a shit ton of money. And you got to make those stops worth it. You know what I mean? None of this is really shit that you need concern yourself with. But anyways, Gay AF comedy tour. Look it up. Ooh, I don't ask a lot, girl, But I know one thing's for sure. It's the love I haven't got, girl. And I just can't take it anymore. Bow, 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 bow. It's such a masterfully written song by the bassist from Fountains of Wayne, who wrote Stacy's Mom, which is also a bop. And I can really see like some similarities between those two singles, you know what I mean? They're written with a very similar pattern if you really look at it closely, which I haven't yet. So all the musicians out there who are like, well, duh, obviously it's this chord progression and they're the same and blah blah blah. Hey, listen, I'm just kind of I'm in the middle of a podcast here. I can't stop and get to the bottom of this. You figure it out. You're able to pause. You're able to stop time. Right now in my timeline, as of right now, this recording, I can't stop time. You can. So in my timeline, forgive me, but I'm only going by the seat of my pants. Okay? You're in the future, and to you, I'm in the past, but to me, right now, I'm in the present. Oh, I love doing this stuff. Don't you guys love when I get carried away with that stuff? With time stuff? I like it. Anyways, you, future you that is listening to this now, are present you, but you have the benefit of being in the future from me right now, present me, which is past me to you, but your future you to present me, who will also be past me when you talk to me later. Right now, present me is going to be past me, and future you is going to talk to future me, and we're both going to be present you and present me at the time talking about past me. I love doing that. Why does that bring me so much joy? My hands are so dry, and I don't have any. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna use the straw trick and put a little wet on my hands. No. My guitar is right there. I was practicing a little bit of that thing you do. If anybody wants to hire me to be to play at their band, to play at their wedding, I'm gonna learn. I'm just gonna play one song, and it's gonna be that, and someone else has to sing, so I can play guitar. And you also have to put together the rest of the band. I'll sing some of the backup vocals, but then I get to. This is also part of the deal. I get to do a solo for the song, and it gets to be at least twice as long as the solo in the original song because it's too short. It's just a couple bars. It's just one phrase. I forget my theory. God, somebody'll know. It's just a handful of bars. Four sets of 4 bars. You know, is that a stanza? A stanza? Something's a stanza. I don't know. I forget this stuff. Also, hey, this is funny. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this. But, my friend lent me this. The Last Ronin. Ooh. It's a hardcover graphic novel, if you like. It's a comic book. You fucking... Who are you trying to fool? You remember when that first became a thing? When, like, they were commonly referred to as comic books? And then I think Sin City got popular and everyone was like, oh, it's a graphic novel. It's a graphic novel. And they're like, okay, put the gun down. It's fine. It's a graphic novel. Everyone got so defensive about loving Sin City that they preemptively, just to stop you from accusing them of reading a fucking comic book like a child, they're like, no, it's a graphic novel. It's for adults. And you'd be like, okay, that's fine. We can call it that. We'll call it that. Okay? And no, it's all fucking graphic novels. It's not a novel, it's a fucking comic book. Anyways, unless there's a difference. You know what? I found out what the difference was between a prime minister and a president. I will do my due diligence, and let's find out what is the difference between a comic book and a graphic novel. Comic books are serialized stories, mostly short in length, and the stories they contain can continue over months and sometimes years. Graphic novels, tend to be much longer and also usually have their storylines wrapped up in 1 or 2 books. Okay. So does it say, does it tell me what this one is? It's pretty thick. It's for sure a graphic novel. And it's a hardcover, so that's probably another indicator. Oh, I mean one of the what are they called? One of the fucking quotes on the back, it says, whether you're a fan of the cartoons or the IDW comic books, The Last Ronin will satisfy wherever your heart lies in the Ninja Turtles multiverse. Comic books, it says. It called it a comic book. And this other quote calls it a comic book. So maybe this is just a collection of the series. Maybe these were shorter stories. Oh. I bet. It's a comic book. It's a comic book. But funny story, my friend lent it to me. And I had read about this. I'm a Ninja Turtles fan. For those of you who don't know, I love Ninja Turtles. They're great. And I was always since I was a youngin, I used to be obsessed with them as a kid. And now I have a fondness for them, a nostalgic fondness for the Ninja Turtles. So, when my friend told me he was reading this, I picked up the book, and I was like, "Oh, I've heard so much about this. It looks so cool. I've seen some frames from it." And then I opened the book. Oh, if you were planning on reading this, I'm about to make a joke. Fast forward 2 minutes. It'll be quick. But spoiler alert, basically, for what I'm about to say. Because I spoiled it for my friend, basically. He was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to start reading it." And I flipped it open to a random page, and I looked in the middle, and I was like, "Oh, since the story is basically there's one Ninja Turtle left, and the other 3 brothers died. And so this last turtle is, I suppose, getting revenge and carrying the mantle for the rest of them." So I flip to the middle and I see that someone is talking to Michelangelo. And I see that and I go, "Oh, Michelangelo is the last Ronin." And he goes, "What?" My friend goes, "What? No! I didn't know that." And he took it in stride. He was like, "Wow, that is so funny." He couldn't stop laughing at me. And I felt so guilty. But then he was like, look at the back cover." And I didn't realize. I just like he handed me the book and I grabbed it and I opened it and I said, "Oh, it's Michelangelo." But he was like, "Look at the back cover, you jerk." And the back cover, literally in giant letters, it says, "Who is the last Ronin?" So it's like made to be a mystery for those people who haven't had it spoiled for them. And immediately, the first thing I do when my friend's like, "I can't wait to read this," is I open it and I go, "Oh, that's the last Ronin." I just break the case wide open, even though it says who. Oh, it's just too funny. Who is the last Ronin? It's Michelangelo. Oh, sorry if you tuned in and that was just after 2 minutes and I fucking ruined it for you. But knowing me, I would do that. I'm at this point, I can't help it. I just ruin things for people. I don't know this stuff. You can't blame me. I thought it was like revealed early on and that you knew. I mean, I didn't have to flip very far to see his name. So my friend still in good nature, he still pokes fun at me for that. In fact, actually now I make fun of myself more than he does, and it's gone the other way where I keep making fun of myself out of guilt for ruining it for him, and and he's the one making excuses for me. So it's gone the other way, where my guilt is guilting him now in return. It's hilarious. So yeah. If you don't know who the Last Ronin is, stay off the internet and stop watching this. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Anyways. Uh, this is the problem with hosting your own podcast and just going solo, is your head starts to hurt from all that talking, you know? But I'm gonna give it 10 more, 15 more minutes. Oh, I got a couple things. I got a lot of things. Um, oh, I got a lot of things. I got a couple gripes. Should we get to the gripes? It's it's uh it's sour gripes with Val. You know, like sour grapes except gripes. Mmm. Sour gripes with Val. Uh, that's a new segment. I gotta do more segments. There's gotta be a hook or a catch or a premise to this podcast because, like, it's obviously not. I'm not separating myself from all the other ones. I would if I had a producer and I had a fucking set, and maybe if I had a co-host, that would be great. But there's a co-host in this city. God damn it! I'm gonna fucking strangle this guy. He's a trans man named Bertrand. He's super funny, and we have such great good times together. And he would be so good as a co-host. But I don't even care about going on fucking record here. I keep trying to initiate, and he keeps going, "Yeah, this is a great idea. I so want to be a part of this. I've written down so many ideas." And then I keep being like, "Well, what about this time and this time? And let's get together. And this is my plan. This is what I think we should do." And then fucking nothing, you know? So I need someone who's as eager about making this happen as I am, but who is also a good banterer, not a Huble Cremshaw. Okay? I need to find somebody on my level, you know? And I don't mean that in a cocky way. I just mean like aligned with me, sort of career-wise and sense of humor and banter-wise, so we can do this. We can even have a theme song that goes uh 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 uh. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, okay. So, as of this recording last night, I performed at a party at this really cool at the Theater Center in Toronto, or Toronto if you're from here. And it was sponsored by MAC Cosmetics, and these guys have hooked me up with some awesome gigs. That's where I did my new hour, where I got to like stand on stage for a full hour and like do all new shit. It was like I got to do like fucking 12 yeah, no. Yeah, 12 open mics worth in one sitting. How lucky of me, you know? So I got to do like a full hour of just brand new material just to like put it all on its feet and see what's cool and what works. That was great. Same people. Anyways, and this was a huge party. This was really fancy. They had a buffet not a buffet, but they had like they had like finger foods in the corner that I didn't eat, that I couldn't eat because I was waiting by my stage. They had all different performers that had different stages set up in this huge. It's a theater, but they took out all the chairs and they set up a bar and a big stage and then some smaller staging areas around the perimeter. And so I was the only comedian. There was a poetry guy, a poet, and a singer and a dancer and a dancing troupe and a guy on keys, and they all perform separately. And my thing was like, I love how ornate everybody else's was, and mine was just this really tall table in the corner, which is like, I'm not complaining. That's awesome. That is so stand-up style to be like, don't give me anything. Don't give me any. I don't need I don't need fanfare. Just one chick, one mic, one voice, and just my thoughts. Bring it on. Let's do this. There's something so pure about that I love about stand up. It's just like one person, a microphone, and just good luck. Do something. Captivate us with just you and some amplification. It's just kind of special. I love that. Kind of special. That's really cool. But so anyways, in the middle of this party it was a mingle, and so I didn't have high hopes that anybody would enjoy it because honestly conditions like those aren't good for stand up cuz the room is too big and people are too busy mingling and chatting. And comedy, you need people's undivided attention, and you need like silence helps. You need to be able to have silence, and acoustically silence creates tension. Silence creates tension, which is necessary for a punchline. You need to be able to have that moment that hangs in the air for you to like hit the punchline. And so when there's chatter constantly, you don't get that that palpable tension. You know what I mean? So performing in a party like that is at that point you readapt your set. And for somebody like me, yeah, I improvise a bunch. I still make some comments about like, the conditions that I'm performing in, and this feels like I made some fucking quip that I was like, I feel like I'm a girl at a frat party, some drunk white chick that got up on a table and was like, "Everybody shut up and listen to me. It's my birthday. And I have a few things to say. You guys gotta listen because it's my birthday." Which is it's a great way to kick that whole thing off. It was a great way to kick off the set. And I made, oh yeah, I pulled this trick ever since I did this trick once. I'm so gonna keep using it for this stuff. So if you see a comedian use this, it is my trick. This is an Alval classic that I'm so proud of. It's a fucking so whenever I'm performing for a din of noise for at a party and there's lots of chatter, and I can't hope to have the entire room's attention. I'm not gonna aim for that. I'm not about to scream on the mic to be like, "Everybody shut the fuck up! Shut up! Everybody shut up! Hey, hey!" Because you would have to do that to get everyone to be quiet. And that just sets a shit mood, you know? You just gotta go and power through it and I did encourage people to bring it in and create a tiny little atmosphere just here with us. Create a little crowd. And that's all I need. I need to know that you people who are here with me. And we can ignore the we can ignore the chatter in the rooms, and I will adapt my set to improvise. And in conditions like those, you do shorter jokes with quicker punchlines, shorter premises, because when there's also chatter, it can be very distracting and people can lose what you're saying. And like I said, you really can't create tension by telling a story. Stories build tension and have too much context that could get lost in the chatter. So you need to be quick with your punchlines. You just need to keep it choppy, topic to topic. Nothing too complex. Keep it simple. Get in, get out kind of stuff. Maybe comment on a thing here or there, which I did. And this is my trick that I was telling you guys. So close to the beginning, I told some joke that people laughed and then started wooing for the joke. And I was like, okay, listen, guys, it's hard for me up here to hear your laughter. So if you think something's funny, feel free to laugh, but I need you to also woo. Or if you think it's funny, and even if you don't laugh, but you want to appreciate the joke, fucking woo. We're going to be a whole bunch of woo girls tonight, and you guys are going to woo every time you find something humorous. Got it? And so, like, my whole set was just a fucking woo fest. It honestly got the rest of the chatter to sort of calm down, or at the very least, it just overpowered it. And it became much more of an immersive performance for the people that were there. And it was just easy to reciprocate that kind of energy. So if you see a comedian in a very tough situation, you know what? Fuck it. I won't be precious. Even though it's theft, I'm making this trick public domain. You're welcome, comedians. This is my Alval trick. And and say at least a silent thankful prayer to me when you're done for blessing you with that. But seriously, it fucking works. It makes a show out of a very precarious and difficult situation for you, the comedian. So, anyways, yeah, the crowd just kept wooing through the set. So it also gave me the energy to not like phone it in or not cave to sort of the ugh, this isn't ID. Like it doesn't matter, you know. You're there, you do your job. And at one point, since it was sponsored by Mac Cosmetics and they did my face and I looked so pretty and beautiful. And earlier in the day, I had my extensies put in, and Hannah, my hair girl, she did curlies in my hair, waves that are still sort of there. But it just looked so fresh. I looked so beautiful, and I wore a real slim, tight dress that looked so foxy on me, and my big, tall, thigh-high boots and fishnets. Real sexy minx stuff. Anyways, at one point I mentioned, I was like, since the MAC Cosmetics corner where they were giving people like quick little makeup things, people would sit down and they'd like do their eyeliner or whatever. At one point I was like, give it up. Mac, they did my makeup. Give it up for them for like working hard and putting on such beautiful faces out here. And a whole bunch of people wooed. And I was like, hey, don't laugh at them. You get it? That was so clever of me to think of that on the spot. I said, make some noise for Mac Cosmetics. And some people wooed after I did the woo rule, where I was like, if you're wooing, you're laughing, basically. And so some people wooed, and I was like, hey, don't laugh at them. That's rude. Don't be rude. Uh, you know, fuck yeah, dude. I give you permission to use the woo thing, but I don't give you permission to steal that bit, okay? Because I can see how you could do that. If you're like, and I'm, you know, and I'm, and I'm married now, or whatever, you make an announcement that always elicits like a supportive reaction from the crowd. Because look, it's hacky, but some audiences, when I fucking bring up for the first time, if it's not already abundantly obvious, when I bring up that I'm a trans woman and it gets like an appreciative woo, um, that would be a good opportunity for me to be like, hey, don't fucking laugh, you pieces of shit, in the rules that I've just set out for them. Anyways, don't steal that part, because that's a joke, and that's a certified copyrighted joke that belongs to me. That part belongs to me. But I'm not gonna make it I'm not gonna call it a premise. I'm not gonna call it a bit, but I'm gonna call it a strategy. And therefore, to all the comedians out there, whenever you find yourself in a situation like that, where the audience is hard to hear, and you know that you've got a portion of it that is eager and they're with you, but you're not gonna conquer the din of the room, you're allowed to use that trick. I give you permission to use that trick. But don't do the specific joke. Come on, that's perfectly reasonable for me to give you such a good thing. Don't take the rest. Oh fuck, I know some comedians who would, you know? There's a joke thief that I've seen that. Oh, I talked a little bit about him a few episodes ago. I forget how many, but there was a comedian who every time I see him do that horse cop routine, I feel so much like I just don't like it. I know it's not theft. I know he dropped the one thing that like reeked of theft. And he dropped it quick and then proceeded to text me a week later to be like, I wrote something even funnier, so don't worry about it. Like, oh, thanks. But the other night last week, he texted me to say, I felt inspired by you or something like should I look it up? No, it doesn't matter. he worded it in such a way where he was like, I was inspired by you, and I climbed up on the stool and I did something that reminded me of you. And it's like, once again, this guy is like, he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it. Like, I can't claim full ownership of climbing onto a stool. I'm not the first person to have done it. Of course not. And I won't be the last. Clearly, this guy keeps fucking doing it. But I'm saying, there's no ownership of climbing on the stool or perching up on the stool like a bird. I'm the only one I know who does it on the regular. And that's why it's not theft. But oh boy, you specifically, guy, you keep touching that line. You know? It's like you're watching a child, a disobedient child, in a public pool or something. No, on the beach. And they have the buoys a little bit far out and signs everywhere that say, don't go past the buoys. If you're a civilian swimming around, past the buoys is like boat territory and it's danger. And don't. You're prohibited. And it's like I'm the mom on the shoreline looking out and my son is swimming right up. And I'm like, hey, Herman. No, not Herman. Huble James Crenshaw. Huble James Cremshaw, you swim back here right now. Huble, I'm not kidding. Huble, I'm serious. And then Huble swims close to the buoy. I'm like, and he puts his arm out and he looks back at me like daringly. And I'm like, Huble James Cremshaw, if you touch that buoy, don't touch that buoy. Huble, don't touch that buoy. If you touch that buoy, there is going to be hell to pay. I promise you. You are going to regret. Huble James Cremshaw, do not touch that. Don't touch that buoy. Do not. Oh! And then he touches, and he's like, he's testing me, this boy. This boy is testing me. Or I guess he doesn't touch the buoy, but he's like, he's taunting me. You know? Anyways, I'll let that go. But he knows oh. How did I get here? Anyways, oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even get to the fucking thing that I actually wanted to talk about. And at one point, so this is the gripe. This is sour gripes portion. I didn't even get to the gripes. This isn't even the gripe that I thought I wanted to gripe about, but this is a gripe. This is a different gripe. But I didn't get to eat because I was so... I'm not one of those comedians. There are so many comedians who are like, I don't eat before a show. I'm too nervous, or I just can't. It's just not a thing. I just can't have food before I perform. And to me, performing, I need to feel as relaxed and as normal as possible. Performing can't feel too much like a special occasion, because then that fucks with my ability to articulate and think and speak. I need it to be as relaxed and natural and conversational as possible. It needs to be conversational and playful and fun, and you know, I'll find that adrenaline. It always comes. Of course it does. But I need to, in the lead up, I need to just be as like natural as possible. It needs to flow naturally. So when I go up on stage, it needs to be like I've just been hanging out. But excited to hang out. So anyways, I'm the type that loves to eat before my set. Yeah, I wanna perform on a full tummy. Unless I'm wearing something skimpy and I gotta starve myself so I look skinny. It's true, I do that. Sometimes I won't. If I know I'm doing a taping or something, I won't eat all day, which I know is bad. But like, I gotta look skinny for TV. The camera adds 15 pounds. But anyways, oh god, that's not even the sour gripe. So listen, this is the thing. And it leads back to something I probably mentioned a long time ago. But one of the performers, ugh, and it's just not for me, this kind of thing. If you like it, God bless. But this is an Alval thing. A march to the beat of my own drum. This is young Huble Cremshaw swimming out to the buoy, indignantly and rebelliously. So there was one performer who was like, I don't know what to describe him as, like a dance hall MC type, who the DJ would play like a fun dance song, and the guy would get on the mic. I guess he was just an MC in like the old traditional sense, where he got everybody up on the dance. He was like, everybody to the middle. Everybody who wants to dance, come up to the middle. And then he put the mic in the stand, and then led everyone in a dance where he would do like the lasso move, and everybody else mimicked him, and then he would do like a right arm wave to move on to the left arm wave and whatever. And this thing went on for fucking, kudos to him for dancing his booty off, but this went on for like 15 straight minutes. And the DJ just played a beat like that. And he was like, swing your arms! Swing your arms! Now stop! Now jump! Now jump! Now jump! Now jump! And it's like, so this is the thing. The person I was talking to was like, let's go dance! And I was like, no, sorry. I like to dance. I do. But there's something too proud and individualistic in me to abide by someone else's dancing rules. You know what I mean? I know this is such a sourpuss thing of mine, but when everyone gathers in a group, I just don't, this is the thing. It is such a pride thing. I will fully admit this, but for somebody like me who does stand up, it doesn't does it come from all right, I'll be honest. Let's break it down. Let's do some therapy here. I don't know if it comes from some kind of a sense of superiority that, like, when I go up to do stand up, it's like, yeah, bitches, I run the room. You're all listening to me. You've all paid to sit here and listen to me. And I have all the power. And so in situations where I'm being told how to dance, that's the thing, being told how to dance and looking around in this room of homogenized people, it feels brainless and lemmingy. I don't like to feel like I'm a lemming. I don't like to feel like an Autobot, like an automaton who's just blindly following direction from some guy on a stage because he has a mic. This is the difference. This is the difference right here. This is why this is not a superiority complex. Yes, absolutely, 100%. That's why it didn't feel right when I said it. I'll be honest with myself. The reason why the difference is when I go up on stage, I am still earning. When you're a stand-up comedian, you earn every single joke. You earn your position on that stage. Yes, even though people have paid money to see you, even though that there is a power dynamic where I am basically in control of the energy and the vibe in the room, there is still a responsibility that I have and a sort of the prestige and the control that I have over the room is earned through skill. And I'm not calling this MC without skill talentless, because he had great charisma, and based on the outpouring of people on the dance floor and the eagerness of the dancing, he had them captivated. So good on him. Yes. But what did he do What did he do to commend you like that? Besides just having a microphone, you know? Like I command your attention because I have a microphone, yes, but I keep your attention and I earn it through jokes, through humor, through making you laugh. This guy just kind of, he's just telling you what to do and you're all just doing it. I don't know. There's something that feels so, I want to feel autonomous. I want agency at all times. And I don't know if you can tell, I don't like being bossed around. It's like taking a fun thing like dancing and making it a bossing around experience. Now I got to fucking do what this guy tells me to do. I the art of dance is an act of self-expression. It's an expression of joy. It is a pure expression of delight and and of your body just being in your body. It is an expression of joy physically manifest in your being, in your fucking hips and in your legs and your body and your limbs and your torso. It is self-generated. At least it should be. So I don't like when I'm having a good time and somebody comes in and it's like, now we have to do the thing because you showed up and now you're yelling at me to do this thing. Who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Am I wrong? That's why I fucking hate this song. And it shows up at every wedding and I make a big stink. I make a public stink and I will never stop doing this. I know people are like, why can't you just let people have their fun? I know, but I need everyone to know that I am an individual, and whenever that fucking song comes on that goes, clap, clap, clap your hands, slide to the left, slide to the right, 2 hops this time, 2 hops this time, and it's not even a song. Do you even fucking call that a song? It's not a song. There's no melody. There's no rhythm. Whatever. A song doesn't need structure like a verse and a chorus and a bridge and all that shit for it to qualify as a song. No, of course not. But it's a clappy beat that some guy just yells dance instructions at you over. That sucks. That's not fun. That is so. There's a part of it that, listen, concerns me. I'm going there. I'm taking it even further. There's a part of me that worries every time I look out onto a dance floor when something like last night is happening, where this guy just because he showed up with enough charisma up in front of these people and was like, everybody do what I'm doing. Some Simon Says bullshit this is just Simon fucking Says. Did anyone as a child, if we were programmed, we were conditioned to be these docile, impressionable, what's the word I'm looking for? Acquiescing? No, just people who like fucking hup, yes sir, as somebody, it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't find this word. I'm sorry, I'm on such a roll right now, but I need to fucking find this word. Impressionable, easy to command, pliable, malleable, compliant. That's what I'm looking for. So exploitable, moldable, easily suggestible. All those, take your pick. There's a part of me, and I'm taking it to the fucking limit right now. There's a part of me that looks out onto a dance floor and sees all these brainless people sliding to the left, sliding to the right, 2 hops this time, and their vapid smiles of delight at the fact that they don't have to do any thinking. They don't have to express themselves in any sort of way. They're just puppets to this fucking guy on a track going 2 hops this time, and in your head you go, duh, I'm gonna do 2 hops now because guy said that I gotta do 2 hops. It just concerns me. It concerns me. I become a concerned civilian real quick, and that is my way of retaining agency and power by causing a huge stink when that song comes on and everyone's like, "Oh, it's this fun song we get to all dance to." And I always announce to anyone around me who can hear, I'll poop on that party. I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, I hate this song. Ain't nobody can tell me how to fucking dance. And I storm off and I sit in the closest chair to the stage so everyone can see me pout for the whole 8-minute song. It is way too long. It is way too long. My roommate and friend Steven, one person, not two. You can be friends with your roommate. It is 2024. Don't be a bigot. Get with the times. You can be friends with your roommate. It's 2024. My roommate can also be my friend. Get with the program. Get with the times. You can be friends with your roommate. It's 2024. Anyways, my roommate and friend Steven has this joke that he says every once in a while where he goes, 27 hops this time. Bah, 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 bah. And it's so funny to me. And I laugh and I think about it every time that song comes on. I think 27 hops this time. Bah, 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 bah. Because I'm gonna tell him after this that I mentioned it. Because, and you know what? It is so it's what a great subtle bit of satire. What an excellent subtle piece of satire that my roommate and friend, one person, not two, has done with that song, 27 hops this time. Because what he's saying is, if that song went that far, went to that extent, and if one of his instructions was for you to step 27 times, you lemmings would do it. You fucking sheeple, you Autobots, with all you robotic old guy told me to jump 27 times. I guess I gotta do it. You I'm starting to feel wow. I'm starting to use I'm starting to use some rhetoric that is quite familiar with flat earthers. Hey, you know what? Maybe they're onto something. I'll keep fucking going. Maybe the earth is flat. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe you shouldn't vaccinate your kids and just let your 3-year-old fucking die of polio. No, you should vaccinate your kids. There's like a fucking measles outbreak that's happening for the first time since the measles vaccine was invented. You morons. Vaccines fucking work, you idiots. Anyways, that was a quick aside. I am so on fire now. 27 hops this time is exactly it just so that's the thing. So to bring it back to last night, it's just surely you can understand now that I've extrapolated it, now that I've taken it to this limit, you know what I mean. Surely by now you get where I'm coming from. That it isn't just a simple matter of me planting my flag and being like, "No, I think for myself and I god damn it, she dances for herself and she dances how she likes and she doesn't like being told how to dance. Where and when and how and what moves? No, that's up to me and that is my right as a red-blooded Canadian." In communist China, the Trudeau's communist China. No, I'm not that much of a fucking quote unquote free thinker. But some of us could use a little bit more free thought, is all I'm saying. And so whenever I look out on the dance floor and I see fucking 50 people all just mindlessly mimicking this guy at the front who didn't, I don't know, what's so special about him? Maybe I missed his intro. Maybe he's like, if you follow my dancing, you, by the end of the dance, you will have revived one of your loved ones from the dead. So just mimic my moves. It's a magic spell. And the whole time, keep the memory of someone you have lost in your heart and in your mind while you mimic my dance moves. And if you have faith, then when you get home, they will be there, healthy and waiting for you with open arms. And I missed that intro, and then he started dancing, and I looked over and I was like, this fucking dork, this piece of shit, who's gonna listen to this asshole? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what happened, but I doubt it. I doubt anyone out there got to be reunited with their grammar again. Grammar, I ain't seen you in over a fortnight. Anyways, you know I'm making a good point. And if you're a fan of mine, then you agree with me. Fuck it, I'm throwing the gauntlet down. If you disagree, you're no fan of mine. Actually, I just realized if you disagree with me, then you yourself are a free-thinking human being. And you won't just blindly agree with the things people tell you. And you know what? I respect that. If you disagree, then I respect you more. But also I don't, because that would also mean that you're probably the type to do 27 hops this time. What the fuck song is that even called? What is that even called? Is it called Dance by Numbers? Simon says dance. Oh, what is that even called? Slide to the left. Is it? Oh, Cha-Cha Slide. Oh, I hate that song. Oh, the name. Oh. Right stomp, let's foot. Yeah, he says right stomp, let's foot. God, that makes me so mad. Oh, my blood is boiling. My fucking... Oh, and it's from the album Cha-Cha Slide? It's an album? Ew. Oh, come on. Oh. It's an album by DJ Casper. Okay, it's a compilation album of different artists. Oh my god, I thought for a second this was all just this DJ Casper guy wrote a bunch of songs called Step to This and Bus Stop and Electric Slide and Eric B Slide. I first glanced at those song titles and I was like, this fucking hack, this piece of shit that all he does is cook up a percussion, just some GarageBand. He just clicked on 2 instruments in GarageBand and just was like, yeah, whatever. And just drag and drop them and then turned on the mic and was like, shake your butt. Now shake your butt. Now shake your butt. Now bob your head. Now bob your head. Now look to the left. Now look to the right. Just sitting there. I'm picturing him with like written lyrics that he's like reading off of paper. And he's like waving his arm like he's in the booth like Eminem. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. He's like, he screws up. Slide to the... Oh shit. Yo, can you roll that back? Can we roll that back? Can I do that again? That didn't feel right. He does a whole take. He finishes and they're like, that was good. He's like, no, I wasn't feeling that. There was that middle part where I said cha-cha now real smooth. I didn't like the way I said that. We gotta do it again. I didn't like how I said cha-cha now. I don't like how I said left foot, let's stomp. God damn it. He wrote it on a notepad. Right foot, let's stomp. And was like, yeah. And he read it from a page on a easel or whatever, on a stanchion, whatever those things are called that people put their music on, with the microphone in his face in the booth. Cha-cha real smooth. Giving thumbs up to the guy in the booth while he's in the recording studio. Looking through the window, being like, we got it. The guy thumbs up back. Oh shit, yeah. But the song was a huge hit. It's a big banger, and they play it at fucking events all the time. The bane of my existence. If a song represented everything that I hate, everything that I stand against, it's the cha-cha slide. I am rivals, I am mortal enemies with the cha-cha slide. If I were a superhero, my main villain, the Joker to my Batman, would be the cha-cha slide. I love the idea of this guy putting so much effort in the recording studio. Even though the beat was made on GarageBand, I bet he fucking phoned up his friend. I bet they set I bet this DJ spent months in advance being like, and he let his music producer know. He was like, "Yo, we're meeting in 6 months. Have this. I want to rent the studio. Have the day ready. Have some beats. Come prepared. We're gonna meet up. I'm gonna have some lyrics ready to go, and you have a beat ready to go, and we're gonna meet up." And then I bet on that day he texted the guy to be like, "All right, it's recording time. Let's do this. It's the day of the recording." And the producer guy was like, "What?" And he forgot about it. And I bet the producer guy was just like, "Oh shit." And he checked his watch, and he had to be at the studio in an hour and a half, and the studio is an hour away. So he just cracked open his laptop, went on GarageBand, and just drag and drop 3 or 4 things, and then brought them to the studio. And the guy was like, and DJ, whatever the fuck his idiot ass stupid bullshit DJ Casper was like, "All right, man, I got my lyrics. What do you got for the beat?" And he's like, "Ugh," and it just hits spacebar. It's like cut, 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 cut. And DJ Casper was like, "Ooh, yo, that's fire." And meanwhile, the producer's like, "Whew, shoo." Or what if oh my god, what if DJ Casper showed up and this producer had wicked fucking beats that he had been working on for months, trying so hard, and then showed him all this shit, and DJ Casper kept being like, "Nah, man, that's not what I'm going for. No, I don't like that. No. Yo, you're missing the point, B. No, that sucks. Yo, that's whack." And then the producer's like, "I don't know. What the fuck do you want?" And he's like, "I don't know. I was looking for something like, you got something like that? Something that goes." And then the producer was like, "I don't know, like this?" And then he drag and dropped the thing on GarageBand, and he was like, "Yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's fire shit." And then went into the booth with his notepad and just reading. "Cha-cha now smooth. Slide to the right. Left foot now stomp. Right foot let's stomp." Giving a thumbs up. Oh, that's so funny to me. Fuck that song. Fuck that song. Fuck that song and everything it stands for. And if you're the type of person to shut your brain off and go out and be like a fucking zombie, like you've been hypnotized, "I must go out and do the stomp. I must go out and do the cha-cha slide. This is fun. We are having fun." And everybody, it's like the movie Get Out. That's how I feel. Whenever I look out onto the dance floor and everybody's doing the cha-cha slide, I feel like this is Get Out. And I feel like a whole bunch of white people have taken over the psyche of a whole bunch of white people. I feel like white people have been brainwashed by even whiter people. You've put whiter brains in an already white crowd to do the whitest fucking thing, which is dance to instructions. It's just, my skin is white as it gets. I'm a pale bitch, but I refuse to be that white, that I'm dancing because a guy told me so, and I'm doing moves a fucking kindergartner could do, because it's patronizing. It is so patronizing in that way too, that the moves aren't complex. And of course, you can't coach people verbally through a song. I mean, I guess there are moves. There have been moves all throughout history. There's so many dance moves that become famous, but this one is just the guy telling you to stomp your damn foot. I don't like it, and it's not inclusive to disabled people. I'll say that too. I'm tacking that on at the end because I am nothing if not woke. And I will defend the marginalized at every opportunity. And that song is ableist. That's DJ Casper is an ableist piece of shit, and we need to cancel him. You heard it here. I'm ending on that. Thank you guys very much for listening to PodGis. I find out eventually soon I might not even have an episode in the can in which I have the no, I'll know. Okay, I'll probably find out at some point whether I won. Let's look at God damn it. Okay, give me one second. Oh, this will be this week's episode, and then I'll start putting them in the can for my tour. I'll have to pre-record 2 more episodes. And I'll have it all set up for your ass. My loyal listeners and followers, you are all autonomous, and I appreciate you all. You are all independent thinkers like me. We are all independent thinkers. We're all individuals. And we all think different. We're all the same in the way we all think uniquely from each other. Yeah. So, as of this recording, I don't know if I won the funniest Canadian. I don't know. This might go up even before I've found out. So you're watching a present me version of me to you that is present me because you're actively listening to this right now. But this is past me, and future me from now will know the answer whether I won $10,000 or $1,000. But that might also be a past me, and so you are currently watching a past me that was before the past me that knows that I won or didn't win any of the funniest Canadian stuff. But I want to say thank you for voting, everybody who did. Thank you. Thank you for voting, everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks. My gums, ever since I went in to get Botox and filler for free that one time, I would never do it on purpose. But it was because it was free that I took it. And I'm going to write a bit about this someday, I think. I might explore it next week. But, ever since she pointed out, oh, God, don't sit down with a Botox person, because they will make you self-conscious about shit that you never thought about, Because she told me I had a gummy smile, and now that's all I can see is just how much gums I have. How much gum I have, and how little lip. My upper lip is so thin. My upper lip is so thin, you'd think I would be out there doing the cha-cha slide. I have such a white face, white lip, skinny white lip. I got the cha-cha slide. I got the left foot let's stomp lip of white people. Anyways, that's enough. Whether I call this episode Huble Cremshaw or 27 hops this time, that we'll find out. I mean, you already know because you've seen it, and we're at the end of the fucking episode. I'm just saying that for me. I'm stalling. Thank you for listening. Thank you for voting. Once again, sincerely, thank you so much to everybody who messaged me to say they were voting, to the people who never messaged me to say they voted, but still did. I see you. I thank you. I'm grateful for you. I hope I won the 1,000. That would be so blessed. What a blessed gift that would be. And it would be a gift that you have given me for voting. And I am, of course, so grateful. Thank you so much. I have the best fans in the world, all 5 of you. But I love you, and I'm grateful to you. And thank you so much for supporting me. We will see you next week. Buy tickets to Gay AF Comedy Tour. And we'll see you next week. Thumbs up from the booth. We got it. We got this one. 27 hops this time. I gotta stop it. Stop the recording.